I've decided to do a video this week. I didn't get any pictures taken. I've been pretty sick. So I am going to try to do a walking tour of the outside. This is at the front gate looking down our driveway. Over to the right is Roman and Princess's fenced yard and my little rose garden. And I'll walk us up the driveway, but when you come through the gate, first thing you see is the little farmhouse. You'll notice that there's still a lot of things to be put away, mostly in my potting shed. So we'll go up the driveway. There's Roman. Hi, Roman. There's a little path to the side that goes down to the pasture. On the left is where the house is. A lot of trees, lot of ivy. I don't know what was up with the ivy, but this whole area is just full of ivy. You can see the house was nestled in there, so it's very private. Coming up the driveway. Up ahead is a wood pile that I started throwing all the branches that were down into. We'll burn all that this winter. And then there's my compost pile, which is not a good place for it, but I just started that when I got here and didn't think about it. It has to be moved to the pasture. But over to the left is the house. It's the front yard of the house. Princess just ran by. Lots of big trees. Hope none of these trees fall on the house. As you come up, there's an area on the right. Well, first of all, this is where the pasture is. There's a path that goes down to the pasture where all the bamboo is, my little mountain views on the other side of the trees. Another big magnolia. Bob cleared out a path. We could tell there was already a path over on this side, and I believe this is what they call the azalea garden, because you can see a lot of the big azaleas. And it loops around and it comes out the other way. There's all azaleas and rhododendron in there, but there's a big massive, I don't know, weeds and kudzu and all that has to be cleared out over here. As you can see, I have lots of things to plant, lots of pots to put away. When it gets a little cooler and I feel better, I'm going to start all that on the outside, trimming, mowing, pruning, planting. You know, all that. Here's my big magnolia. This is where we park. It's the garage. It's going to be Bob's library once we finish it off. That's where all of his boxes of books are right now. And as you come up, here's the house. When we come into the courtyard, the lawn here needs to have some work done because the contractor, they just drove all over this grass and it's non-existent now. So that's another project. The holly bush is a project. It needs to be trimmed. All these boxwoods, I'm trying to figure out how to place them to make the courtyard a little more like a private area. Here's my little seating area where you get a pretty good breeze here. And we can just sit here and listen to the fountain. I still have a lot of things to put away, clean up. It's going to take quite a while. It's the front door. This is the breezeway that goes to my potting shed. Hi, Princess. Here's Princess. Hi, Princess. This is the little gate into their area. This is the potting shed door. This is what will be Bob's library. It's a huge room. As you can see, he has tons of books. It needs flooring, shelves. Has really nice ceiling. We'd leave that just as it is. You can come down the little breezeway here to the side of the house. And we have our wood shed. And this is Roman and Princess's area. That's the laundry room and the kitchen window. A lot of ivy in here too. I plan on making this an herb garden. I started pulling a lot of the ivy up and I said, well, this is going to be a never-ending battle. So what I think I'll do is I have a lot of nice ceramic pots, and I might just make a pot garden and put all of my herbs above ground. sounds like my neighbor's mowing. This is a side yard that's completely shade, and I call the wisteria garden because there's nothing but wisteria over here, and it'd probably be pretty in the spring, but it needs to be cut back on the ground, and I can put hostas and ferns. Evidently they like to sit over here. There's a nice cement bench that was left. It's too heavy for us to pick up. This is the bedroom door, one of my iron doors that I love, and a little gateway that leads to the side yard where Roman and Princess play. Over here I have a big chestnut tree. I actually have a lot of black walnut too, but luckily they're down in the pasture and they're big, and they have a lot of walnuts right now. This is a big Canadian hemlock outside of our bedroom. This, I think, was another little patch of an azalea garden, and I think some of them had died. And I'm going to fill it in with a lot of Japanese caria. Maybe I'll put more azaleas in, but it'll be pretty in the spring. This is Roman and Princess's side yard. You can see the farmhouse from here. This is the driveway going down. And this area gets probably, next to the pasture, the most sun that I have. So I will end up putting a lot of flowers down here. So here we are back at the driveway. We did a complete loop. I have one tree out here that I wanted to show you. It's a bald cypress. It's huge. It's beautiful. It actually will turn an orangey brown, and it could lose its needles, but then it gets it back in the spring. We have some nice deodora cedars. Along the driveway, I've started to work the ground a little bit. I've gotten a few things in, a few plants. A lot of ivy here too. But if I work the soil, I can put in a lot of seeds. I've ordered poppies and bachelor buttons for the spring, so fall's the time to plant all of that, and I'll do that. And there's the front gate. And got a little bit of a mountain view through here. I plan to put a gate right here into the rose garden, and that way we can get into Roman and Princess's area. And that's the farm gate that I'm going to put up. And this loops around to the front of the house. You can walk a little path on both sides. Let me get over the fence so you can see it better. Coming up to the house. I plan to cut a path in through here that comes out into the rose garden from the front yard, because there's a lot of interesting things growing in there. And this is back to the front yard again. And that's one of the bedrooms. And in the corner windows are the bathroom, and then this is our bedroom. So that's the tour of the outside. Gives you an idea of the lay of the land. And once I get cleaned up inside, I'm going to try to do a video inside. And hopefully these turn out, because this is a long video. Hope you enjoyed it.